Welcome to this explainer. Look, if you're a business leader right now, you already know Bangladesh's economy is just booming. I mean, we've got a rapidly expanding middle class, purchasing power is through the roof, and our manufacturing capabilities are seriously world-class. And here's the massive takeaway we're unpacking today. In this exact landscape, having a permanent digital footprint isn't just a nice-to-have anymore, it's absolutely crucial for your survival. Relying on the old-school ways of doing business, yeah, that's just not going to cut it if you want to outpace the global competition. Okay, let's dive right into this. Here is our roadmap for today. We're covering the threat of invisibility, fleeting ads versus permanent listings, attracting global B2B partners, key sectors gaining reach, and finally, 6 steps to verification. Let's start with Section 1, the threat of invisibility. So, the crucial point is really understanding what a permanent digital storefront actually is. Bangladesh is an economic powerhouse, right? We're talking over 170 million people and thousands of new businesses popping up every single year. But despite having these incredible, world-class products, the traditional stuff, the physical trade fairs, the printed directories, the handshakes, it's just failing to capture the modern global buyer. What you actually need is this permanent digital storefront. And to be clear, this is not just some basic website that sits there. It's a comprehensive B2B directory profile. It acts like an always-open digital storefront, showcasing your exact products, your credentials, and your capabilities to the entire world, literally 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. This exact executive pain point is summed up perfectly by MD Joynal Ubden. He's the founder and CEO of Trade and Investment Bangladesh. He says potential customers cannot buy from a company they cannot find. Potential investors cannot invest in a business they have never heard of. Let that sink in for a second. Just think about the sheer volume of missed opportunities out there, the lost international contracts, the capital you didn't raise, all simply because a procurement agency or an investor just couldn't find you online. The reality here is that buyer habits have fundamentally transformed from even just 10 years ago. Today, before a buyer even thinks about reaching out to your sales team, they go through this silent digital vetting process. What do? Well, they search online first. Then they review professional company profiles. They compare suppliers globally, evaluate your credibility, and dig into your product information. Basically, if you aren't passing this digital vetting process, you're eliminated, period. You lose the deal before negotiations even start. Moving on to Section 2, fleeting ads versus permanent listings. And this brilliantly illustrates the difference between a business expense and a business asset. On one side, you've got temporary paid advertising. Think Google ads, Facebook ads, or those incredibly expensive physical trade fairs. They have a fatal flaw. The very second your budget runs dry, your lead generation just stops dead. On the flip side, you have permanent directory listings on platforms like TNIB. This gives you continuous 24/7 commercial discovery, built-in trust, and incredible long-term SEO value, all at a fraction of the cost of those endless ad campaigns. Which brings us to a very stark takeaway from the source material. Visibility is no longer optional. It has become a business necessity. The early movers, the leaders who get this and lock in a permanent, credible digital footprint right now, they're the ones who are going to capture the market. And the competitors who stay invisible, they'll just be left behind in the dust. Okay, Section 3, attracting global B2B partners. So a robust directory actually creates this unified ecosystem where all kinds of businesses find exactly what they need. If you look at the table, manufacturers can clearly showcase their production capacity and export readiness to foreign buyers. Exporters get a direct line to international procurement agencies. For SMEs and startups, it's a total game changer. They build immediate digital credibility, leveling the playing fields with the massive incumbents. And investors? They use these platforms to easily discover and evaluate emerging companies that have serious growth potential. What we're seeing here is that a verified profile isn't just about getting local sales. It's your gateway into a massive global supply chain. On the TNI platform, you're interacting with a really balanced mix. 25% buyers, 25% suppliers, 20% investors, plus distributors and strategic partners. It's literally an ecosystem designed purely for continuous B2B matchmaking. Let's jump to Section 4, key sectors gaining reach. As you know, Bangladesh is a major global exporter now, and we see this reflected right in the active categories on platforms like TNIB. The traction is incredible in ready-made garments, knitwear, pharmaceuticals, textiles like denim, agricultural products and dairy, leather goods, and even high-level IT services and business consultants. Digging into the recent listings, it's wild. You see everything from global firms hunting for digital forensic solutions right down to local exporters shipping pure A2 Desi ghee. The point is, global buyers are actively searching for these exact Bangladeshi products right now. 24. That is the number of hours a day this platform is driving international traffic to these sectors. Think about it. When your physical office shuts down for the night, your digital storefront is still wide open. A procurement officer in Europe or an investor in North America can discover your capabilities, check your certifications, and kick off a partnership at literally any given moment. Which brings us to Section 5, 6 Steps to Verification. Let's move to and see how this builds into an incredibly simple, actionable process. Step 1, you just create an account. Step 2, choose the listing package that fits your business scale. Step 3, put in your core company info. Step 4, this is where you really shine. Upload your logo, your specific product catalogs, all those key details. Step 5, submit it for verification to get that absolutely crucial layer of B2B trust. And finally, Step 6, you start getting global visibility and direct inquiries. It's just a remarkably easy way to fundamentally upgrade your corporate digital infrastructure. Be visible, be credible, be connected. That right there is the official motto of the TNIB directory, and it honestly hits the nail on the head. By creating an authenticated business profile, you're giving modern international buyers exactly what they demand before they'll even consider doing business with you. It's also worth noting the unique positioning of this platform. The Trade and Investment Bangladesh directory is headquartered right there in Bangladesh, but it is explicitly built for worldwide B2B connection. It's essentially a bridge, taking all that robust local capacity and putting it right in front of an eager global audience. So, I want to leave you with a final provocative thought to take into your next executive meeting. If international buyers are searching for your exact products or services online right now, will they find you, or are they going to find your competitor? The digital economy moves incredibly fast. It is time to secure your competitive advantage and make absolutely sure that your business is the one the world discovers. Thanks for hanging out with me for this explainer, and we will catch you next time.